A guy who's played basketball up until high school as an adult, he'll be like, yeah, I can coach my kids' basketball team. Yeah. A woman will be like, I didn't go to the WNBA. I didn't play D1, so I don't think I can coach this middle school basketball team. Like, we are always going above and beyond to be overqualified for things. Let's realize we have worked for it. We deserve it. And we're supposed to be here. And yeah, there's doubt can creep in. Maybe some insecurity can creep in. But you're where you're supposed to be. And you got there through all that you did. Clip that.
Wow.
Welcome back to House of Mar, a Wave original presented by Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. This is your host, Olivia Maher, and yesterday I saw her cut a burrito in half because she's intuitive eating, and then we went and got a donut.
That's I didn't tell you to put all that out. That's crazy. I'm going through something, guys. This is your host, lover of the St. Trinian's cinematic masterpiece movie soundtrack, Adrianna Maher.
It's a masterpiece. It is. Everyone should listen to it. And this is your host, Ilona Maher. You've heard of bird watching. She does sea lion watching.
Love sea lions. I think spirit animal. For real.
Pupping season.
They bark. They're loud. They sleep for most of the day.
Love the sun.
They just hang out, you know, and they're always close together. I love them.
Twin flames.
Twin flames. That's my twin flame.
There's like a season for it in San Diego that you go to?
I go whenever I can. I go there. It's in La Jolla, and I post up and I watch them. Watch my boys.
You just get like a coffee and go watch?
Yeah, they're very interesting. The seals and the sea lions. One time I was on a date with a guy and he was like, "No, there's only sea lions down there." I was like, "You're wrong, buddy. I've read the plaques. Those are sea lions because they're barking and they have a certain way about them. Those are seals over there." He didn't know a thing.
Do you just know all this from the plaques, or did you also?
I've done my research for sure.
What is the difference between the two? Like, if there's like
a lot of differences. Thanks for asking. Sea lions, for example, bark very noisy. They have a certain look about them. Like for myself, I can tell, of course.
But what is it?
They have bigger fins here, right? So they can be up more. Seals are more like they're round and tinier fins.
Which one's a gentler animal?
Seals. Yeah, sea lions.
Sea lions or seals are the ones that people that like sailors used to confuse for mermaids. Which one was it? Like on rocks. Probably sea lions from how they stand up, right?
I don't remember that.
Could be
probably
both.
Sea lions. Anywho. Coming up on today's episode of House of Mar.
For tea time, we talk about Ilona's quote-unquote overnight fame, Imposter Syndrome,
Which I don't have.
and dressing for your body type.
We have a sister settle-it submission about being caught in the middle of warring sisters, so stay tuned.
Ilona, you've been building and growing for quite some time with definite giant jumps in the past year. How has that fame affected you, Adrianna?
I'm so glad you asked, actually. My day-to-day is incredibly different. Yeah. Like, I can't walk down the street
worry about you.
without someone recognizing me. Like, hey, you're that rugby player's sister, right?
Right.
So
They clock the shoulders.
Pocket.
yeah, it's been difficult, but Ilona, really, thank you so much. Wow. And Olivia, how has it affected you, actually?
No, thank you so much for asking. I got recognized at the pharmacy. By the pharmacist.
By your
You picked up that rash cream, huh?
I was picking up, yeah, exactly. It was right around there.
Right on the rash aisle.
Right on. I was like, one rash cream, please. And she was like, are you Ilona Maher's sister?
My sister. That's great.
You know, that happened to me when I was getting a COVID test once. I was checking in and she looked up and she was like, are you related to Ilona Maher? And I was like, there's a line behind me. This is HIPAA.
Speaking of that, though, you remember that time when I was checking the people sometimes post me on their stories. One time, this lady posted a picture of me on her story and was like, I used to wax her in San Diego.
I used to do like her Brazilian wax.
I did her Brazilian wax in San Diego. I was like, this has to be HIPAA.
There's like has to be some guidelines
This has to
around
be
that.
something wrong.
I mean, like, I get that like she wasn't actively waxing you, but you don't like disclose that.
I was like, oh my gosh, I felt so violated.
That is
She'd
violating,
seen everything, and
dude.
she's
Gonna
like,
post one
knew
of
that
those,
about
like,
me.
and now
The
she's
strips, you
Is
know,
that
where it's
legal?
like accountant and then the next one's a
I'm
rugby
like,
player.
Ilona Maher's. Is that even legal?
I don't know. We should really look into that. If anyone can advise in the comments, I'd be really
That felt
thankful.
very like.
That's crazy.
That one scared me.
That's a bit spooky. And then she remembered it. She like clocked that. Yeah.
safe to say I haven't gotten one yet.
I haven't gotten what?
I haven't gotten a wax yet. I'm scared.
Since
You
then.
can't go
wear a
back to her.
Sunglasses and like a fake
Some
ear.
girl looks
Wig
like-
on?
Are you Ilona Maher?
No, Olivia, actually.
I think our voices are quite recognizable as well because the pharmacist like recognized my voice as being close to yours. Like she was looking down, then she heard my voice and like kind of looked at me, and then she said she looked at my file and saw the last name Mar, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, you Ilona Maher's sister?" And I was like, "Yeah, thank you so much." Like
Recently, I got "Are you Olivia's sister?" by Olivia's nail lady.
right.
And I was walking the street, she's like, and I was about to be like, yeah. She's like, "Are you Olivia's sister?" I was like, "Yes, I am."
Well, actually, that girl from my old friend from college saw you guys in LA, came up to you, and you thought it was going to be like a fan. No. You're Adrianna Maher's sister.
Right.
From across the coast. I win.
Ilona came home from that interaction. It was like, because I go to Townhouse for my nails, and so there's townhouses in England, and that's where I was going, and she clocked Ilona on the street and was like, "You're you're Olivia Maher's sister," and you're like, "I've never gotten that one before." Get used to it. Get used to it.
Humbling.
For real. Obviously, you do get recognized quite a bit, though. Like it's quite a lot. It's very exciting. And also very vulnerable. Like you are constantly talked to and approached, but
In Bristol, I think I was like a Bristol celebrity. Like we went out the last night, and I had I was constantly taking pictures, which I don't mind. I think that people really feel like they're connected with me and feel like almost a bond with me, like something they can't explain. So they love coming up to me to take pictures. So I think I've created this aura that very inviting. Come and take pictures with me. It does get to be a lot in a way at times. Like I got it probably like 50 times like in that night, just like when I was sitting down with friends. "Hey, can I take pictures with you?" "Okay, yeah." So at times I give myself a lot to them, but I also I guess I feel very honored that they really feel this bond with me, and that I've given them the impression that they can just come up and talk to me. But it definitely becomes a lot sometimes. I mean, we were finding it a lot in Bristol where people were just like coming to me and asking me for things. Like I would be just trying to get coffee, and they'd be like, "Oh, can I talk to you for a minute? And can you make this video for me, please? Can you do this for me, please?" And then I was like, "I'm just trying to eat my breakfast." And and then I had it like a couple times where like I went to this place, I didn't even eat anything, and my friends were eating, and then as I'm leaving, she's like, "Can you make a video about our sausage roll?" I was like, "I didn't even eat your sausage roll. Why would I make a video about that?" And then it's hard to say no to them because sometimes it's like great causes, small businesses, really cool nonprofits or whatnot. So it's hard to say no, and I feel like I have to at times, but
you don't want to be a bad guy, though.
I don't want to be a bad guy.
You are so thankful and grateful and happy to meet these people.
I wonder if it's like maybe I haven't gotten in LA, but it's a different vibe in LA, different vibe maybe in other parts of America. Like in Bristol, they didn't really know somebody who has such a social media presence, and they put out videos all the time. So like, "Oh, why don't you just put out a video for us?" And it's like hard because I want to be supportive, but I'm protecting my own self, my own brand. I think that's something like we both can do better at, you and I, of like, no, she's not posting this video, because we sometimes just like, "Okay, that's really nice, but we're also trying to have a meal here."
Yeah.
I think approaching you at a dinner table is a little too far. I don't think I'd ever do that to like a celebrity or an influencer. I think if you're at a restaurant and like they're obviously having a moment with friends, why would you interrupt that?
Yeah.
But like I hear you when it comes to like posting like for businesses and stuff, but and you've said this before, you don't want to be seen as like a diva, or like you're a woman too, so that there's like, you don't want to be seen as like a bitch.
Yeah.
And so that's an additional added pressure of like saying no.
How you come across. And it's to the point too where like you go forever. Like you're so good at, because you want to see these people too. And I'll do a vibe check with you and I'll be like, "You good? Do you want me to kind of slow things down?" And you're like, No, I'm happy. But like you do, you are so happy to talk to so many people, to the point where I'm like, "Oh my gosh, like, is she okay?" You don't have to, you can kind of just enjoy your night. But when those people are like showing you love and you see the effect that you have on their lives, like you go above and beyond, like from what I see. And that's so admirable. Like you give a lot of yourself in those moments, where I don't want you to be the bad guy and have to be like, no, but I don't know.
But I think it's an interesting balance too of like you being the bad guy, but you're also building your own brand in a way too. So I think that's where I'm having trouble too, of like almost somebody being like more of a no,
Right. I mean, like I think people try to describe this kind of comeuppance that you've had as an overnight success story, but it's not. Like you've been building for years.
I've never thought of it as such, and everyone's like, are you just shocked by what's happening? Is this like so crazy? And I'm like, not really. Feels right. I literally posted every day in between Tokyo and out. Even before Tokyo, I was posting videos. Like in the start, I think February in 2021, before Tokyo, I started to post more videos. And then in Tokyo, I was posting videos. And then I was posting videos every day, growing my presence. So when I got to the Olympics, I had like 600,000 plus followers on Instagram. And then I exploded more. But I did that to get to where I am, to get to where I can, you know, be making deals, having this and doing ventures like that. So it's never felt crazy, which is like also at times I feel like, because there are some overnight successes where people have just gone viral over one little meme, you know, or one little thing, and they go viral and they go, you know, everything happens for them. I have been working on this. Like, it wasn't just one moment for me where I said something in a mic and people were like, that's hilarious. We're all going to make that person famous.
Yeah.
It was me like constantly putting this out. So I just don't think of myself as an overnight success. I don't think I would be classed as that. I had to I'm fighting tooth and nail in a way.
Grinding for years.
The several years long overnight success. Like,
I put my whole personality out online.
You've seen that thing where it's like it takes 10 years to be an overnight success.
Oh, interesting.
And I think you fit into that role of like, you've been doing this for how long have you been on the USA team? You know, 7 years?
6 years, and this is like an extra year. Yeah.
So it's, you know, you've been doing this. Like, even if it hasn't been social media the entire time, it's still like you've been putting in so much work to be an excellent world-class rugby player, to then have a platform where you could showcase your rugby player.
I was recently asked in an interview, you know, I do get emotional about everything. Like, I'm just so proud of you and I'm so happy for you. And that does make me emotional. But I was in an interview where I could tell they wanted me to be emotional about everything that was happening and, you know, what's going on with you and everything. But I didn't like feel it in that moment, because to me, like, yeah, of course this should happen for you. You've worked so incredibly hard. Like, of course, like X, Y, and Z should follow because of what you've done. Like, it's not that I wasn't emotional. I was just kind of like, yeah, no, of course she deserves this. It's not like, oh my gosh, I'm just like so blessed that this is happening to her. It's like, no, like, good. Like, she, yeah, absolutely.
Right.
That 100%.
Well, that was like that clip that went viral, the Imposter Syndrome clip. I was like, thanks for posting that, CNN. That it made me look great.
Yeah, absolutely.
The reporter was a very nice lady.
Yeah.
I was like,
she's wonderful.
Thanks for putting that out there, I guess. I spoke so well. Sorry for.
Yeah.
But I think that's like the same thing. It's like, oh, do you feel imposter about this? I was like, no. Stop asking me that.
No, and like, you would not ask a man that.
You wouldn't ask a man that. And I literally just feel like it's just like crazy that they're just expected to have that. After all that I've done, after all that I've worked. And you think I just don't feel deserving of it. And that's, I think, also a woman thing, though, too, of like, we're forced, this humbleness is sometimes forced on us to make us like, no, you know, be humble, like, you be small. Don't be too, you don't want to know you're pretty. You don't want to know this. You don't want to know that. Yeah, it's just like, to be asked that constantly. I don't think I'll ever be asked it again. If I do, great, I'll post that
I think every reporter knows.
Every reporter better know what's gonna happen.
They've got one big group chat. Big reporters, do not ask Ilona about imposter syndrome.
Well, do you guys have imposter? But that's interesting. Like, I guess I speak from the heart about it, but that's my own thoughts. I guess I don't know. Do you guys ever feel that way? Like, if you were to be asked that question?
I've definitely felt imposter syndrome in like certain cases, but not like a lot, because again, I went to college for like I did global studies and political science, and I worked in data entry and development, and that's what I then went into. So I kind of was like, yeah, this fits. Of course, I've studied this, I've worked this. There's like maybe some situations where I've been in rooms where I'm with so many intelligent and like world-class human rights leaders. And I'm like, why am I in this room? And I think that's more of a realistic point of like, why do my little Excel sheets and yada, yada? Why am I like in the conversation with them? But it's never been an overwhelming imposter syndrome feeling.
I think I used to like definitely being a young professional kind of coming up. There's like always that worry of like, oh my gosh, I don't know enough. Oh my gosh, I don't, I'm still learning. I'm going to do it bad. I'm going to do it. But I remember seeing this quote one time that was like, if you weren't ready for it, the opportunity wouldn't present itself. And I remember hearing that and being like, yeah,
write that down.
Do it. I can make it. I can figure it out. Like, fake it till you make it or whatever. But I mean, I think we are, as women, sort of expected to have imposter syndrome and expected to feel like I don't know, we're not deserving of what we've worked for, and which is exactly everything that you were commenting on in
Being
your,
small
in your
and
very
humble.
viral clip. But I think, yeah, that's just like kind of taught to like, and then I started going, I've even had like bosses, like women above me who are like, oh, does this email sound too aggressive? And like, even before she's done reading it, I go, would a man be asking himself that question right now about the email you're about to send? She'd be like, no. And like, they would press send. So I like looking at things from that mindset. Would a man feel he wasn't deserving of this position or undeserving of sending this email in this tone or without an exclamation mark here? No. So do it. Like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Maybe that's just thrown around too much, imposter syndrome. It's just thrown around as something very flippant, something easy to have. I think that at times you can feel doubt about things. You can feel like, oh, that's, I'm really in this room full of people. Like that's, a little bit, but to have a whole syndrome on it, you guys are deserving, not just you, but I'm talking to the people as well.
Yeah.
You're deserving. You've worked for it. I tell a story of like, for even like middle school basketball coaches, it's so funny. A guy who's played basketball, up until high school as an adult, he'll be like, yeah, I can coach my kids' basketball team. Yeah. A woman will be like, I didn't go to the WNBA. I didn't play D1, so I don't think I can coach this middle school basketball team. Like, we are always going above and beyond to be overqualified for things. At some time, let's realize we have worked for it. We deserve it. And we're supposed to be here. And yeah, there doubt can creep in. Maybe some insecurity can creep in. But you're where you're supposed to be. And you got there through all that you did.
Clip that.
Wow.
Put that everywhere.
Love that. Send it out.
Send that to CNN.
Send that to CNN.
But thank you, CNN. I love you
CNN.
posting that.
That was a nice interview.
Do you ever feel the need to almost wear a disguise when you go out? That you're going to get recognized a little too much?
I don't care. I mean, yesterday I was wearing, what was I wearing yesterday?
You
like this light
Visco
this
girl-esque
new giant sweatshirt from Adidas, like a very cool design sweatshirt that went down to her knees, which is hard to do. That's a big bitch. You know what I'm talking about?
Big girl.
Down here.
Big girl.
And those chunky Ugg things, the like horse hoof ones. Yeah. She was just stepping out in the town. When I realized
shorts too, so it was just the zip up.
Oh, yeah. So it looked like, it was very Ariana Grande, a la 2019.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
What it was.
Get her a lollipop.
Yeah, but when I realized she was leaving the house like that, I was like, live your truth. Live your truth.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care if you want to take pictures with me and I look like that. Even on our walk yesterday, I had a sweatshirt on that had a coffee stain on it.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I was
you
wearing
clocked
those, like,
it before we left, and I was like, you changing it? And she was like, nope.
No, I got like an Adam Sandler thing going on, I guess. I think I said that even.
You did.
I just don't mind. I think like the thought of having to be styled all the time, I think I am in a way. I don't know if I'm a style icon, but I know how to dress for my body, for what makes me feel good. But I do that when I need to do that. When I don't, I'm going to be comfortable and not have to do laundry that much. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think I'll change my style that much or like be prepared. Because also, guys, paparazzi, if you see not actual big celebrities with paparazzi shots, they've called them.
Literally.
Guys.
That's not real.
They're not, the paparazzi are being called. There's a secret for you in Hollywood. People are calling paparazzi left and right. So I'm not calling them. So I'm not worried if a paparazzi. If a paparazzi gets you when I'm out, I'll be like, what the heck? What are you doing here?
Yeah.
So just know that. Like, that's why I don't need to dress up.
Besides the Dancing with the Stars, like rehearsal studio, they'd be outside of there
Even
because
then,
they knew.
I didn't dress up for that.
No. She was just vibing.
I always had multiple things in my hands.
Yeah, the claw hands.
Maybe I should start calling paparazzi. Maybe that'd make me dress up better.
You get some more Instagram posts.
Get some more Instagram posts.
Yeah.
Ilona Maher seen eating
spotted in Beverly Hills
a full burrito while her sister
with
only
coffee
eats half.
stain. Well, her sister cuts it in half and looks sad the whole time. And then Adrianna arrived and she was like, oh, you guys went for burritos without me? And I was like, I have a half if you want it. Excited.
It was great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Keep this up.
My teammates are absolutely amazing people. They have to be on it every day. And honestly, my Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra is on it too. I can do so much with this phone without bouncing between a million apps. Like when I'm planning a dinner with friends, I just say, find an Italian restaurant nearby and text it to Olivia and Adrianna. And boom, done. If I need my phone to look up my rugby team schedule and add it to my calendar, I just tell it.
Need to send a quick summary of a meeting? S25 Ultra can do that too. With Transcript Assist, I can record a meeting, create a transcript with useful notes, and click Summary. Boom, I have a summary with keywords. It even helps with messaging. Using Chat Assist, I can tell it, provide suggestions to make this email sound even more professional. I also don't have to spend time looking for typos myself. Chat Assist looks for me. I can just focus on what I want to say, and I let Chat Assist handle the rest.
No more app jumping, copy pasting, or forgetting what I was doing mid-task. S25 Ultra just handles it, so I can focus on actually living my life. Basically, S25 Ultra works as hard as I do, and that's saying something. Disclaimer: compatible with select apps, requires Google Gemini account. Results may vary based on input. Check responses for accuracy. Galaxy AI features by Samsung are free through 2025 and require Samsung account login. Note: due to the nature of AI, results and quality may vary each time.
I do think, though, we all kind of do it well where we dress for our body or like know what looks good on us, which is taken years
I'm
to
still
figure
working
out.
with
You're
it.
still I'm still learning, but I think that's something that we dress for how we feel the most confident. So even if there's like a trend where it's like recently it'd be like baggy, like if there's baggy tees and this like the big jorts, like the big shorts, you put those on us?
No,
No,
man.
no, no.
Yeah.
No, man. That's
Keep that
worse
away,
than Adam
actually.
Sandler.
Yeah,
That
we
is-
can't be wearing that.
No.
So we see the trends, we respect the trends.
I respect him.
We will not be doing those trends on our bodies.
When I see someone doing the trend well, I'm like, wow,
beautiful.
have at it.
It's
love
the,
that.
is it a fit or is she skinny?
Right.
It's like,
Classic.
or broad, it's not going to work sometimes.
Yeah, for us, like and that's my thing is I've also learned like I actually like tighter things. I don't like things that make it boxy, that are like loose on me, because I think like with my shoulders, if it's boxy, it's just too like one dimensional. So I love tighter things. I like things that show off my arms and whatnot. I think you both express yourselves in different ways as well.
You've been getting into the low rise though.
I have been getting into the low rise a little bit more.
Hashtag brave.
So I will say I did. At first I saw that trend and I was like, I'm never doing that. That's disgusting. I can't be doing that. And now I'm like, belly's out. Show them off.
2025 bellies out.
2025 belly's
out.
out. But I still like have to figure out how to more, because they're so loose.
I think mom just lives in my brain because I have this freckle mole like an inch below my belly button. Not even. It's like quite below my belly button. That mom said my pants had to hit that. To this day, like she would check my belly, like the mole on my belly button to make sure that my pants hit there. To this day, I'm like, is my pants hitting
Just
the mole?
recently she was pulling my pants up too. When she was in LA, she was like,
Mom?
she pulled my pants up and I'm like, Mom, that's the look.
It's not cool.
It's called low rise.
It's not cool anymore.
Low rise.
I still do the
Stop it.
fingertip thing. Like, 'cause that was the rule.
Catholic school.
Yeah, your shorts or skirts always had to be below them. And so sometimes if like an item goes above that, I'm like, that's too risque on me.
Tourist guy.
Thoughts on skinny jeans coming back?
I see
We
that.
say that now, but I wonder if I will be influenced.
Do you
I
think
could see you doing it. Personally,
I
I
think
she
I
could find
could.
a way to work it. Yeah, exactly.
I think I could.
think it's all in the shoes, personally, of like
Yeah.
what you match it with.
I'd see videos like even when I moved to New York City in like 2018, I was wearing some quite skinny jeans, but none of them were ever really long enough on me too. So it's just not a good
that
combination.
was a big look for a while
I got,
there.
like, I
Us growing up.
I've got gorgeously glorious large upper thighs, and then I get quite delicate down here.
I also, yeah, I
Doesn't
feel
work with
that.
a skinny jean.
I might fall into it.
What would
Adrianna,
you
are you
wear on
falling into it?
top?
I don't think so. I look back at those images of me in skinny jeans and I don't think it complements my body, but I'll try it. But the thing is, I don't think I'm going to go out and spend my money on a pair of skinny jeans. So it'd have to be like, you get a pair of skinny jeans that don't fit you, so I get it. One thing I've noticed of being more confident in how I present and how I dress is how much money I put into it. Like I've always been an incredibly frugal person. Like I don't spend a lot of money when it comes to clothes and appearances. But now that like I've gotten older and my salaries were raising and stuff like that, like I could put in a little bit more. And I saw the value of like, if I spend $80 for a pair of jeans and I know I'm going to wear the shit out of them, I'm going to feel so much
You've
better.
made money on that deal.
Yeah, exactly. Like price per wear, you're making money.
That's
But-
me and my jeans. Those things stand up on their own.
And then sometimes Olivia and I share pants too. So like she'll wear it today, I'll wear it today, she'll wear it today. To the point where like you leave those in a corner, they're walking away.
literally climbing out the window themselves.
You guys have like one closet at this point.
The thigh area is gone. Like,
It's a whisper.
It's crazy.
Are you gonna miss her closet when she goes back to San Diego?
Who? What do you think she's wearing right now?
Only the shoes are yours. Only the shoes are yours. But we do wear both. You wear a lot of my stuff. She wears a lot of my, yeah.
We kept accidentally doing this thing in England where we'd buy something and be like, oh, we'll share it. No. Like, we maybe split it once, and now we've each taken sides. We've taken custody of certain items, I think.
I hear you. Thoughts on skinny jeans on men?
And the crowd goes mild. No. Big old no.
Feel
I
free
can see
to wear
your
what you want
calf.
and what you're confident in.
Except if you're a man. Don't do that. I don't like a skinny jean on a man. I don't like seeing the contours of your leg. I want to see your contours of your leg in a different context, not under jeans.
What if they got nice legs?
Wear shorts.
Wear shorts. Thank you.
Shorts!
Wear shorts.
Shorts!
Like cool boy shorts.
I'm talking in the summer.
Like little like.
Are you against shorts on men?
Well, I guess when I heard shorts, I thought like booty shorts.
No.
So I was seeing like thighs out.
Also, in a different context, if this was a group of men on couches talking about what women should
Right. We gotta stop giving women mics. Men, you can wear skinny jeans, but I think there is now an eve of baggier jeans on men too.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm excited. I'm pro baggy jean on anyone.
It doesn't need to be too baggy. It just needs to be like nice.
Thoughts on
Not
barrel
suctioned.
jeans?
I feel like that's one that, because I like a baggy thing. I love a baggy jean with like a cute kitteny heel, slip on, mule moment. Barrel jeans I would love to get on top of. I just don't know if that would work with my body.
Barrel jeans?
Barrel
it's where
jeans,
it
the ones
goes-
that go out like this, but they're straight in the middle.
Can you imagine?
Not with these hips. That would go crazy.
Not on these Abercrombie curve gloves. Not right here.
I'd catch a wind and I'd start flying away.
She's like, what?
Yeah.
Some people look very cool in those. I don't know though.
Dress. What we're getting at is though, dress what makes you feel confident. For us, it is, I guess now baggier jeans, but not too baggy of a jean. It is stuff
Tiny
that
top,
makes
big
our
bottom.
shoulders look good
Yeah.
and makes us feel like sexy.
You like your shoulders and your back out.
Yeah.
What do you like showing off?
I do like a more rounded, like neck or something.
Décolletage?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I do, I know I'm not doing it now. I do like a
long.
long sleeve a lot. I feel
Okay.
better in a long sleeve.
Gorgeous.
It's because my arms get really red. So
Gorgeous.
it's more covering an insecurity. Sorry.
That's okay.
I love a cropped shirt
You do.
because I think it's for my body. It accentuates things nicely.
Hits you right.
It hits me right. Depends on the crop though, for sure.
We also have places that we love to shop that really fit our body. So for me, I shop a lot at Reformation. Everything I get fits my body.
Same.
And then I shop a lot at Aritzia as well. And I love also getting free pieces from people.
Have you got?
But I don't get as much now because I do feel I'm in this weird place where people want to send me free stuff, but I'm like, why? I can afford that. I buy that from you. And like these small businesses are like, please, can we send you this? And I'm like, I'll send you.
Send
some
them
money
my
for that.
sizes.
I'll send them your sizes. But I think it's like we're now trying to. I don't get as much free pieces as I used to because I just feel like I get too much, and also I want to get pieces I will wear, not just kind of consume things I'm not gonna
and be
have.
wasteful. Yeah.
Your
I get
closet's
that.
only so big.
My closet is very tiny.
Very
Ethical
tiny.
consumerism.
Yeah, that's me.
Is there any ethical consumption under capitalism?
And I should have been the one to say that.
Damn, Dre, you missed it. She sounds good.
Yeah.
Have you gotten anything or like hand-me-downs from us that you like?
You
What are your
recently said you got a jewelry thing coming.
Yeah.
A jewelry brand reached out to her.
D. Louise.
Oh, that's cute.
She reached out and it was really lovely. And then unfortunately, like I think the address was wrong, so it got sent back to England. And so she had to reship it.
Coffee. Oh, man.
So I've got pieces for you guys. But that's been
Oh, yay!
that's been me, and the rest is hand-me-downs. But that's been my entire life is hand-me-downs from you guys. Like even our uniforms at our Catholic school, it was Olivia's and it was Ilona's. So by the time it got to me, it was like yellowed.
Sorry about that.
It was just, it's been old.
I guess you like sweat or something.
Yeah.
Yellowed. Ew.
But nowadays, we've gotten past the yellowed shirts, and I get everything that really doesn't fit you. Dude, I remember this one white turtleneck and the
A
pits
white
were yellow.
turtleneck. That is tough.
From it's yellow for real.
That is tough, Adrianna. Sorry about that.
You guys aren't light sweaters.
No, it's true. Big sweaters.
There's
over
something
here.
about a turtleneck guy be sweating in
Yeah.
those.
But no,
real?
this. Oh wait, no, these are my Abercrombies. But
You love an Abercrombie.
I love an
though.
Abercrombie, but too many of my jeans are Abercrombie's, and I recently got a Reformation pair that I love, and it fits really well. There's a little bit of gapping in the back, but that's kind of
Waist is just-
Skinny.
Her waist. Tiny.
Have you seen Adrianna? Where'd
she got
go?
blown away with the barrel jeans.
The barrel jeans. She's getting dragged down the street. Their yellow armpits.
Oh my gosh.
I love Abercrombie jeans. They fit me just like the best, and I truly have a good amount of them because that's just my main outfit. I love just like jeans and a top, jeans and a cute top,
Mhm, and they're pretty affordable.
and they're quite affordable for how long they last and how good they look. After a bunch of wears, you do gotta feel like give them a wash with a bit of a dry, tighten them back up a bit. You know what I mean? But I love them. I love Reformation. It all fits very well, surprisingly. Like you look at some of the stuff, and I'm like, oh, I don't think it'll fit, and then it's like sisterhood of the traveling sustainable clothing. It fits so good. And then what else? I love anything that Ilona doesn't want anymore. I love a hand-me-down. There's something about a hand-me-down that just feels better, fits better, and I've felt that way my whole life. Like babysitters that would gift us clothing, like cool jeans and stuff that they would wear, those were like my most treasured possessions. I loved wearing them. So I think about those a lot.
I was recently, I spent like an hour in Aritzia dressing room, only came out with 3 things, but this is it, one of them.
Oh, that's cute.
Or 2 of them black tops, maybe.
Right.
I
Were
was-
2 black tops to do your 3 things?
Yeah. I needed new basics. I was doing a show and tell to my roommate, and I pulled out the first black top, and she's like, don't you have enough black tops? And I was like, wait till you see this second pic. I turned around and she goes, sorry.
Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to get more into dresses. That's my new goal for this
Really?
year.
Like for the summer?
For the summer, yeah.
Well, so where are you starting in that journey?
My Newly, that's where I get everything, because I find when I'm shopping in person, I'm like, where's all the cool stuff? Why is it all basics?
Right.
And I want something that's like really unique, and I can find those on Newly, and I've got some coming in that hopefully will fit. That's the problem.
Fingers crossed there. Ilona, people love asking you, like, who's the most famous person in your phone or in your DMs, or do you get starstruck? But I feel like you don't really, right? You're kind of...
I think I'd get starstruck if like Queen Latifah was in my DMs.
Right.
I'd be like, what are you doing here?
Girl.
This is crazy.
You love her
I
work.
love her. I love her movies. I love who she is as a person. Some of her music as well. Maybe because of who I am, because I'm like, that's just a regular person.
Yeah.
Like everyone gets starstruck around me. I'm like, I'm just a regular person. So I don't think anything of it.
Yeah.
I've had some famous people in my DMs who I'm like, what are you doing here? Are you lost? Well, you just said the nicest thing about me. I've had, especially during the Olympics, a lot of people came out and said such nice things about me. But I also don't like to just be like, yeah, this person said this about me and like tell. So like, because it was an interaction between the two of us.
Yeah.
And like they didn't send it to be out there. So I've had some really cool ones. You guys know some ones where I was like, you guys are gonna freak.
And she says it so casually. She's like, yeah, look who just DM'd me. What are you? Oh my God. Oh my God.
But it's all usually very nice people. I don't get many. I get like some dating DMs, but nothing that really. I thought I would be better. I thought it'd be more.
You were recently, I mean, people obviously will sometimes DM on like the dating side of stuff, but you were recently written a handwritten letter, right?
Yeah. Which sounds like it could be scary.
Right.
But actually was very nice. And this guy also he made friendship bracelets as well. I was like, whoa, you know what? I will message him. Where's that letter at?
It's
Probably in
somewhere.
Bristol.
No, it's somewhere. It was very nice. So I think that's very real. Like he really put in the effort there. And so I like stuff like that. I get a lot of DMs. Like I recently did a post where I was like, one of my friends set me up with somebody eligible and really hot.
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
I got a lot of DMs by like people who fit maybe one of the requirements. But nothing too crazy. Joey Grazade, like I think made a funny face to it, and I was like, I'm looking at you, boyo.
No, literally, you especially.
I'm looking at you, buddy, Bachelor Nation
I
over
feel
there.
like he's got hot friends.
How about you start putting in some work?
Yeah.
Gosh, your friends. I thought I'd be set up on more blind dates at this point. I thought my friends would be helping me out more. Do we not do that anymore? Do friends not set friends up?
I don't think so. House party culture, dead. I feel like that's where people
Everyone
used to meet
always
everyone,
has a friend, never follows through.
Oh,
Wow.
you've got half a date lined up, don't you?
Yep. We'll see.
Yep.
What can I say?
What is the plan so far?
Yankee Stadium. Oh my God. I love a Yankees game.
Okay, Sex
I
in the
love
City.
it.
That's so cool.
But it's tough because we actually started talking like a month ago or something. And then I was in Bristol and then I was back. And then I was like, I'm free these days. It wasn't going to go to the Yankees, but just something else. And then he was like, I can't. And I was like, well, I'm going to be gone for 2.5 weeks. So we'll see. That's it. That's all I've got.
And will you down a hot dog in front of him? Or 3?
Yeah.
I think that actually
on
would
you.
work in your favor.
Absolutely. And a Cutwater margarita. Well, maybe I shouldn't finish actually.
Careful.
Careful.
Or maybe you should.
Careful with those.
Be like,
it up a little
if
bit.
I'm having one of these, you got to have 2 tall boys of beers because
No, literally.
that doesn't make sense.
I'm proud of you, John, because you were trying to be on a journey of doing more dates.
Yeah, do we want to talk about that?
Well, we can talk about another episode.
Yeah,
for
maybe.
Sure.
I've just never felt like a strong desire to date. Like I would love to be in a relationship, but I'm like, why would I put so much time into like dating apps and having to text someone I don't even know and yada yada yada? And it's never been on my like radar to be like, I should check Hinge. It's just kind of like I have to force myself really to do it. Just look. I have to have a friend with me swiping. It's not that I'm against dating.
You need a supervisor.
I need weekly check-ins
A dating
actually.
app coordinator. That's what she needs.
Are you available?
Sure.
I got another sisterly
I'll lend
position.
you a couple days.
Will you, Olivia? Do we want to talk about your dad?
That's so rude.
Another episode. Another.
Man. I've been found
How
out
have yours been?
dry.
Dry, yes.
Just nothing going on. And I like
But
it
you
that
also,
way.
but she hasn't been trying either.
I haven't been trying.
She only like a couple days ago was like, maybe I'll get on an app. Like started to have the thought in her mind, but she's still like, I don't know.
I just really like what I'm doing. I'm doing me right now. I'm still like, I mean, we're quite busy. We're all over the place. There's a lot going on. Someone would need to be okay with that, but I'm also just still not yet in a place where I want to bring someone into all of it. I'm kind of being selfish with my time.
Yeah,
and that's
it's
what
not-
I'm doing.
You're
And
going to Hong
selfish.
Kong, you're going to New York, you're doing all this stuff.
I kind of love it, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Be nice to have a crush, to go crazy over
Olivia
a crush.
keeps saying,
I would love to.
what are you saying? I think I would like to be touched.
I literally wrote in my journal in England on one of the darkest days. I was like, I think I should like to be kissed. I'm not even gonna like
Okay,
top
Jane
line on
Austen.
my
Should like
journal. Like,
Like Pride and Prejudice or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Touch
Over your
elevation.
Sense and Sensibility.
Emma. Yeah, no, we're not there yet. But one day,
I imagine we all have very similar types, though.
Yeah.
6'4".
I'm not the biggest height person.
6'4"
6'4".
from Kentucky.
We can give the short kings and might get picked up by a hawk
Over there.
to her.
Sorry. I just find sometimes that really tall guys haven't had to work on their sense of humor.
Yeah,
Right.
I hear you.
Their personalities.
And I know it's like an insecurity of mine. That's really like why I'm like, I would love
I
for
hear
them
you.
to be
Yeah.
taller.
I
I
hear
just
you.
want to feel tiny.
I hear you. And by short, I mean like 5'10", guys. I'm not going,
She's not crazy.
you know, my height.
Right. Right.
But I have been loving the look of like Tom and Zendaya when I'm like, wow, that's so cool.
Because it is like the man has to have a lot of confidence for that, and that's hot.
I love that.
Confidence is hot. So what we're saying is, men, don't be 5'9". Don't wear
I
skinny
will take you at
jeans.
5'9". I'll take you at 5'9". No, I'm not that picky now. I've come to that age. I'll take you.
Better now than later, Ilona.
Yeah.
But I think like humor is huge for us, because humor is a sign of intelligence and like being able to just like have a fun conversation because we love knowing things. We're a very inquisitive bunch.
We're a family of know-it-alls.
We are know-it-alls.
If you go on a walk with us, I ask a lot of like questions like, what do you think? Oh my gosh, look, there's 4 electric meters on that house. We must have 4
4
apartments
units.
in here.
Yeah, 4
What do you think? Come here, look at this.
So where do we think the division is? What do we think they're
Yeah.
paying around here?
Look at
Yeah.
this
That's actually
tree.
an
What
extension.
do you think that is? An oak?
Why is there this many leaves growing like this? What do we think?
Yeah.
We
Actually,
love putting pieces together,
Yeah.
pattern recognition.
yeah.
Very inquisitive.
Actually, one time I had a friend date and we went to the Met and we were in like the Greek section and I read the Percy Jackson books front to back several times. And it was my moment to shine and I don't know how to shut up. And so I was just spewing everything to her. Yeah. Luckily, she was eating it up.
Oh, cool.
And she was interested in it too. And she like a few months later, she was like, yeah, I thought you were so smart. Like you knew so much of the Met. And I was like, because we were in the Greek mythology section.
My schedule, packed. My patience for unnecessary phone tasks, non-existent. That's why I love my Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. It actually does things for me.
Instead of searching for a place to eat, I just say, find an Italian restaurant nearby and text it to my friends, Sarah and Abby. It's so relaxing to know that our plans for the evening are just handled.
If I'm juggling way too much and need a quick summary of my emails, my phone just tells me what I need to know. I don't always have time to stop and text people or look stuff up, so I just say what I need and my phone handles it.
It even helps with messaging. Using Chat Assist, I can tell it provide suggestions to make this text sound more conversational. I also don't have to spend time looking for typos myself. I just focus on what I want to say and I let Chat Assist take it away.
Honestly, S25 Ultra does so much. It allows me to focus on being present in the moment. It gives me more time for the things I care the most about, like my sisters and my team. I would like to personally thank S25 Ultra for working as hard as I do. When I'm running around with a million things to do, it's nice to know that my phone can help free me up to focus on the things that really matter.
Compatible with select apps. Requires Google Gemini account. Results may vary based on input. Check responses for accuracy. Google and Gemini are trademarks of Google LLC.
Let's cool it off today with Sisters Settle It. Need advice or just want to share a sisterly struggle? Send us a DM or a voice note at House of Mar for a chance to be featured on the show.
We have a listener submission today from Amy. I've got a good sisterly struggle. I'm in the middle of 3 sisters. I get along with both, but my younger and my older sister don't always get along with each other. We have a great time, all 3, but they have their limits with each other. Anytime there's a disagreement, I'm always stuck in the middle. I get one phone call and then another. What do you do when you don't get along? My sisters are very much alike and they just don't admit it.
This is very interesting. I actually think this is very much like our family, but you do get along. But the thing is, you two are extremely alike.
A little bit.
Extremely alike. Which I wonder, that's interesting because I would say I'm the peacekeeper.
Would you say that?
I would say, who do you think's peacekeeper out of all?
I don't think you, I think just because.
Who am I fighting with?
You're just, no, I'm saying you're a peaceful person. So like you just seem to be like a peacekeeper, but you don't actually do anything to mitigate.
Oh, maybe. No, when you two sometimes get after each other, you know what I
when
do
we get after each other?
And what do you do to help?
Yeah.
You just stand there and watch. We mitigate ourselves.
Hey, Jonna, I have your back a lot when she gets mean.
That's because you know she's not being fair.
And she's being annoying and not good to work with.
Fine. But I think I am.
Okay, wait.
I am, but
you
that's
are
okay
good
if you
like
don't think
in
so.
the moment, but I think
if you don't think so, that's fine. I'm never going to stick up for you ever again. I'm never going to stick up for you ever again. Whenever
When was
she
the
says
last time you stuck up for her?
No,
I do it all the time. I used to do it recently when you know when you quit back when she's like, and then you quit back for something sometimes, and then it's just you did.
You are
have
great,
said that, Olivia.
You're a great defender, and I really appreciate that.
Okay, fine.
But I think like a mitigator or the in between often does fall to Olivia.
But who's she mitigating for?
Like sometimes if you do something that really annoys me, I go to Olivia.
Oh, so you don't come to me?
Yeah, and then she yells at me for not going to you and tells me I should go to you.
Give an example of recently what I did.
It was after the Olympics and you were yelling at me to go talk to her. I don't know. I forget what you did.
I feel like saying yelling at is aggressive. We don't really yell. We just get probably
They can't even tell I'm perfect.
No, because it's just nothing's ever that big where it like lingers. But sometimes you do stuff where I'm like,
we're quite mature about it.
I'm like, Ilona just like isn't doing this and it's annoying me. And Olivia's like, why are you telling me this? Like, you have to go like address this with Ilona. It's not going to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you are the peacekeeper. And especially when it comes like, if I ever get annoyed at like mom and I'm like, and mom said this and yada yada. You like to like show both sides. You're
Okay,
like,
I hear
mom,
it. Fine.
you know, like she was raised this way. And so this is maybe why she thinks that. And she's just wanting to protect you. Like you're almost a devil's advocate for whoever we're angry at.
Right. But I think we all do that a lot.
Yeah. But
like you're saying you do because she's such a neutral party though. So like if you want no holds, what's it called? No bars hold, no bars held, no bar. What's it? If you want no holds barred, go to Ilona. She will tell it to you so straight up.
I love being honest with my friends. I love it. I love crushing their spirit when they're really being delusional.
Sometimes her best friend and I, Nicole, will come together and be like, man, Ilona's being like really straight up about something and I kind of want to just live in delusion for a while. Like, I don't know. If you don't want someone to lean into your fantasies with you, do not go to Ilona. No. She's here to tell it to you straight.
Sometimes I'll like, be like, Ilona, I'm so worried about this and yada yada. And she's like, why would you be?
Why?
It makes you feel like a little ridiculous. I'm like, yeah, fuck, why am I being?
No, so right. It's like she's like, that's dumb to think about it that way. And you're like, it is dumb to think about it that way.
I think we are all very blunt, like, and that is a Dutch trait. Everyone is very blunt, little mean sometimes, but honest. And I think Ilona might have that the most.
Like I'll be ideating on
So
something,
Dutch.
like stressing and like stress like looping on something, and I'm like, I can't get to the bottom of it, and then I'll present it to Ilona, and she will have the most simple like solution.
Like profound.
Just hearing at the end of it, I'm like, God, she's good.
She's good.
She is.
Now try helping myself.
Yeah. No, she refuses to do that.
Nope.
She will
I'll
not do
help
that.
others, but not me. Sorry, Amy. Back to your thing.
Amy, baby.
Okay, that's an interesting one because so back to you guys. You guys are very alike, but you do get along. There are moments where you can get after each other.
Growing up, we got after each other a lot because of how similar we were. And mom and dad would always say like, well, they're so similar. I'm like, I'm nothing like that, bitch. Are you kidding? And then growing up, I was like, God, we are exactly alike, huh?
Yeah.
But that's why we would fight is like we were so similar is that like you would be about to do something and I'd be like, don't do that because my brain works the way yours work. And then you do it and then you get mad at me and I'd be like, I told you, you know?
And
So-
now you always get mad at me when it's something that you would do to me. Like,
This is interesting.
like you'll say something and be like, Olivia, if you said that to me, or no, hold on. It's the math on that that's got me confused. It's like, you're like, you would do something to me. And I'm like, if I ever did that to you, Olivia, you'd lay me out on the fucking floor. Like,
Probably for good reason.
no,
do as I say, not as I do. Okay.
Amy.
Amy. Listen, Amy.
I think with the one phone call thing, so now we know that Adrianna goes to Olivia like a little baby and cries when I make her mad. And that's the problem right there. I think you have to be like, why are you telling me this? Go tell our other sister. And Olivia goes, why are you telling me this? Go tell Ilona.
Yeah, and we're all quite mature about it too. It's like we can each hear and go on from there.
Yeah.
We don't hold grudges really, and if we do, we're just silent for a little while, and then we just give each other space, and then we come back.
I think
together.
space is a key thing. Like,
Space is key.
I gotta read this again. We kind of got a little off track.
Sorry. Yeah. How do we help? I think, can you have like a group call? Is there a way to like let them talk and be, because that's not an easy job being in the middle. That's exhausting. That's tiring. They want you to probably pick sides, and that's not going to help anybody. Like they should want to be able to fix things with each other instead of trying to get you onto either of their sides.
And I think as you in the middle, you don't pick a side, like you said. Like you, when you listen, be like, say it like Olivia would. Say it from her, be devil's advocate. Well, what is she thinking? Because I think that's when it is you're exploiting the vision. Like, okay, well, I got you on my side now. Like, come at it from nobody's side. Be Switzerland, and like kind of share the two sides of it.
And then do what I guess each of us does, which is okay, great that you're able to talk it out with me, but now take it to them and make sure that you guys are coming from a place of love and both wanting to fix the problem with each other. Otherwise, you're not going to get anywhere, and you're fighting just to fight and feel power over the other, and that's not nice.
Very nice.
That's beautiful.
Anyway, I got beef.
I got beef too, actually.
No, I got beef with both of you now.
Don't stop defending me, Ilona.
And I'm calling Olivia later about you.
Hey, I'm in my bathroom and you guys are knocking on either doors. Sorry, Amy. What can we say?
Don't know if that helped. I think it actually caused problems between the three of us.
Thanks so much for coming over to the House of Mar, a Wave original presented by the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra.
Be sure to watch and subscribe on YouTube and listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Plus, follow the show on social media at House of Mar for clips and behind-the-scenes content. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye
Come
now.
back soon.